talk about the first tank that you ever fell in love with. Well, actually, who wants to go first on that one? First tank you ever fell in love with. Okay, new guy goes first. First tank that you ever fell in love with.
I joined Wargaming probably a week before they introduced the Panzer 1C. So I kind of just stumbled upon that tank, just grinding up the German light tank line. And so just to take it out, it's so fast, it's maneuverable, it's got an auto loader with a Mauser if you use the Top Gun. So I mean, I had a blast playing that tank, and it was great until I stumbled upon KV-1s, and then
somewhere out in the universe, Paul is now so happy.
Barnett is ecstatic.
But like that was my first experience with World of Tanks, just playing this up-tempo, run and gun style, and I like it. I like it ever since.
All right, who else? Who wants to talk about a tank they fell in love with? The first tank.
Go next. My first tank I absolutely fell in love with was the pre-patch 9.4 Hellcat. After 9.4, that thing was nerfed into the ground. Turning radius destroyed, engine destroyed, shot dispersion destroyed. But before that tank dominated Tier 6. It was a thing of beauty. You get in, you see an enemy, you pop in, half of their hit points, gone. Just gone, and then you disappear into the black of the night, like a true Hellcat player. And then 9.4, now you're this poor, sad little vehicle trudging along, hoping you can turn in time to save yourself. You never turn in time to save yourself.
Rubbing it
and
in.
Then you just get hit hard. 1/3, 2/3, 75% of your hit points gone. You're still turning to save yourself. Don't worry. And by the time you lock onto the tank, maybe it thinks about firing. And then it lets go. But before that, I'm telling you,
all I can think about is the comments of the players saying, "We don't get that anymore. No. Where did that go?"
No, it was
that a boy pigeon. All right, let's go to we got it.
Yeah, no, seriously, we're good.
Let's talk to the Cavs. I mean, let's talk to Meathead.
The Cavs,
because your comments showed last week that you love Meathead's Cavs, so we brought him back. So talk about the first tank you ever fell in love with.
It would be the M4 Sherman with the derp. It lobs, which is great. My first love experience with it was when I actually shot it over the hill of something that you wouldn't necessarily be able to see, and it hit a target, and the person was not happy whatsoever.
Like and Steph Curry, baby, right over the hill.
Were you lobbing AP at this point still? Or?
Oh no, HE.
HE all the way.
HE all the way, and it's just my feel-good tank too. Like if I'm having a bad day or I can't get a win, I go out in that bad boy and I just get wins.
Yes.
Attaboy. All right, so you cheat. Got it.
I don't. Yeah,
all right.
Whatever.
let's turn it around. All right, whatever. Tank you despise. Everybody's got one, right? We love tanks, but there's ones we hate.
I despise this tank, but it's got to be the M3 Lee.
Oh, come on.
I didn't know how to play tank destroyers when I stumbled upon it. So all of a sudden I don't have a turret, like I can't traverse, like I don't get this, why is this happening to me? It wasn't until another, 100 or 200 battles that I finally realized what a tank destroyer was and how the Lee should be played, but by then it was too late. I had moved on to the Sherman and never looked back.
But you had a reaction. So
I
go
did
ahead and rebuff.
A lot of players
I allow a good rebuff.
A lot of players out here in the comments are going to be like, the M3 Lee is the most terrible tank of all time. Like the medium should never be in the game. Remove it. It's made me stop playing up that line. But you're right. It is a TD by all regards. It also has, I think, a Tier 6 style gun on it.
It does.
So I mean, it hits extremely hard. And the moment you learn how to play the M3 Lee, you can be a beast in it. So I agree, first time playing through, like never playing anything before, if that's your first line, yeah, the M3 Lee is definitely a smack in the face. But go back and play it after a few 500,000 battles, and you'll be fine.
500,000, only 500,000.
No,
right.
500 or 8,000.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, that's how many battle
okay. Well, you know what? We agree to disagree. That's a good one. Okay, who else wants to talk about the tank?
Oh, let's just go down the line. You seem to love to talk.
Type 95 Japanese heavy tank. That is the most, bar none, probably the most worthless tank in the game. And I will personally apologize to all of you for that tank, because every time it sees an M4, it just gets one shot, and this heavy tank just explodes. It's a bad tank. It's not a heavy tank. It's a heavy tank in name only.
All right.
That's it. I got nothing good to say about this tank. Go ahead.
Good. That's what we wanted. You.
I don't
tank you despise.
I don't actually have one tank I despise. I have a lot of tanks I despise.
Well, you have to pick one.
Well, I'm breaking the rules. I hate anything that starts with VK. I hate anything that starts with AT. I also hate.
AT5?
I also hate. Yeah. I also hate anything that starts with E unless I'm playing it, like the E100. I like playing it.
The E25? E65?
That's the E25. It's an amazingly OP tank that I absolutely despise.
Okay. All right.
Playing against, I'm sure.
Playing as? No, I don't play it.
All right, now we're going to do one last question. We got to wrap this up, but we're going to go back. You got to be brief on this one, but if you had one thing, you go back to the beginning of your World of Tanks experience. You have one thing you can tell that brand new player that he or she should be doing as they go forward. You got to be brief. What is it?
Crew training.
Crew training, just going to leave it at that?
Yeah,
Train
I guess we should follow up.
And
why?
take them with you the higher the tier you go. Pretty much.
That works. I like that.
That works pretty well.
Cool.
You.
Don't jump too many tank lines. Stick with one line.
Pick a line and go?
Pick a line and go.
All right, not bad. You?
Map awareness. It's there for a reason. Keep an eye on it, and there's reasons why you get flanked and reasons why tanks show up behind you. It's because you're not looking at it.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, thank you very much. That's Tank Tuesday. We'll be back next week. Of course, we love your comments. We want to hear more about whatever you have, Cavs. Not the Cavaliers, but his Cavs.
They're on vacation right now.
Whatever you, yeah, obviously.
Going fishing soon.
I was actually curious why they pointed out your Cavs. I wasn't that impressed, to be honest, but that's just me. So we're back next week. Put some comments on what you'd like to hear from us. Talk about it next week. Thank you. Please subscribe. Terrible ending. Love you.